The video you're about to watch wasn't written by me, but by Sarita06. If you don't know who that is, they'll introduce themselves in a moment. This video is a collaboration between us two. Sarita disagrees with me here, but while I do a lot of work here, such as editing both the script and the video, I consider this Sarita's video first and foremost. I hope you find this video as interesting as when Sarita pitched it to me. Enough preface, video time go.
Hello, I'm Sarita06. You may know me as the maker of the Puyo Puyo 7 Wii translation patch, as well from other Puyo related mods and shenanigans. Thanks to my friend Mamono for letting me host a video on his channel. This topic has made my brain woggle for like a year by now, and I just really want to share it. So now, you viewer who clicked on this video may be wondering, Puyo Puyo ABC? What the hell is that? A Puyo Puyo alphabet? You'll see in a moment. Let's get started. It all started around late 2021 when I was digging through the files of the DS version of Puyo Puyo 15th anniversary when I opened this archive called Title Data. The name made it look like it was just used data, but as it turns out it stores the remnants of a prototype game. I was very stunned to find this. Indeed, a title screen for a completely different game, and by digging deeper, I found several other related graphics in an archive called Inline, which seems to have been meant for multiplayer data. Here are the remaining graphics I found, a character select, and descriptions for various things. I want to talk about this, because its presence can't just be ignored like that. That's why I'm writing this video. I've researched a lot on it, however, information is, unfortunately, scarce, and most of what I'll be telling comes from my understanding of its situation. So please keep that in mind. Let's first analyze our unused files. These graphics are just screenshots, which is weird because these types of graphics are stored in separate parts, meaning these are most likely mock-ups imported into the game for testing. I genuinely don't understand or know why this is called Puyo Puyo ABC. It's probably a placeholder name, but a weird one coming from Sonic Team, considering how Fever 2 had some early names like Puyo Puyo Fever Town, or Puyo Puyo Fever Plus, so I guess Puyo ABC was not supposed to be Fever 3, more on that soon. What strikes me the most is how it features unique part of the Arca ruins, the ruins from Puyo Fever 2 where you fight Strange Klug, and a dawn purple sky giving an ominous vibe to this screen. Another interesting but weird detail is that there are 2 moons in here, or 3? Whatever this smaller yellow circle is. Maybe this would have played into the role, who knows. The screen also has a copyright from 2006, and since the final game was finished and revealed in September of 2006, I assume this is from very early 2006 or maybe even late 2005. A very obscure detail which I could spot because I'm insane is that the Puyo Puyo logo uses an earlier, thinner font compared to the final one used for 15th. This early logo can be found on the Puyo Puyo Fever website, where Yuji Naka made a post for the 15th anniversary of Puyo in February 2006. We can see this logo in the same font made for the 15th anniversary of Puyo, not the game, which also coincides with Puyo ABC. Its location on the timeline maybe starts to make more sense. Maybe Yuji Naka was involved in this game. There's even this photo of him left in Puyo 15's files, but then he left Sega in May 2006. Even if this aligns perfectly with the development, we don't know for sure what was his involvement in 15th. Or if he worked on it at all, even if he does mention that they were working on something new for Puyo at that moment. Here we have Puyo Puyo ABC's player select screens. There are some interesting character choices. We have Rafina, Dalgirguru, but also Goget, who was never in 15th. The text above the characters say their mode. Thankfully we have description graphics for each. For Rafina, the mode is called Treasure Hunt, which is described exactly as the final excavation mode is in 15th, except it doesn't mention digging for a star, but just for a treasure. Dalgirguru says Great Spinner, and both name and description match the final game too. Gogget's mode is the most interesting. It's called Time Bomb, and unlike 15th Bomb's mode, it worked more like a hot potato game. The bomb still had a timer, but it mentions a held bomb, maybe like Tetris hold pieces. And when you made a 2 chain or higher, the timer would count down based on the number of the chain. Fully decreasing the timer would have let you pass the bombs to the other player. If you failed, it would explode on the field, probably causing the same effect that happens in the final bombs mode, turning the Puyo around the bomb into hard Puyo. This is some very interesting leftover data found inside a game. But we're still not done. There are a few more descriptions for single Puyo and multi Puyo. This will shock you, but these call the game's mode Battle Royale. Yeah, I really don't understand either. It's not like your Fortnite Battle Royale, the limit is still 4 players here. However, it might have involved these character-specific modes, and it makes sense if a Battle Royale concept evolved into the tournament 15th has. Although I just don't understand the character select, like why those specific characters? Was the story mode going to be played by choosing a specific character for an episode? Or is it just a prototype demonstration for each character's ability? To go back a bit, more evidence of Puyo Puyo ABC actually being Puyo 15th's original concept can be found in the other versions of the game, where the font file is labeled PABC, which obviously stands for Puyo ABC. There isn't any further information about this game we can gather from unused files. However, I have a source that may be related to Puyo ABC. If you've ever played Puyo Puyo 20th Anniversary, you may know there are some alternate costumes, one of which is Dark Sig. This design is actually older than 20th Anniversary, as this tweet from artist Ninamoto Nino shows, which gives interesting context. The tweet says, "I think I doodled this between June 15th, which means the art was drawn right in the time of Puyo ABC. After that, it also says during the design phase the one who chose black out of the color variations was the head of the team, which also confirms this isn't fan art. Further proof is that this artist lists her work as a character designer for Puyo 20th on her website. So, this form for SIG was very likely intended for Puyo ABC considering the time frame it's in. And if you think about how Puyo ABC looks, and how Fever 2 ends, it feels like the natural follow-up. The Crimson Demon realizes in Fever 2 that SIG has the true body for it, only to then get defeated. In Amity's story, the demon is then sealed back. However, if Puyo ABC was truly going to get darker, and if it does involve the Arca Ruins more, it seems plausible that the demon may have managed to somehow possess SIG. Looking at the Puyo ABC Dark SIG design, he also shares the same tassel as Strange Klug, which gives more evidence on this. But this is still all speculation on my part, we don't know exactly what they planned, of course. So yeah, I think this is all there is to say about my research. You can see why I wanted to share my findings. Just what was this game? The truth is covered by mystery. What are your thoughts about this? Do you know something else that might be connected? Let us know in the comments. Also, if you're interested in seeing these unused graphics for yourself, you can find them on the cutting room floor page link below. Thanks a lot to Mod Mamono for letting me write a video on his channel and editing the video as well. Also credit to Preface Museum for translating the tweet about the Dark SIG art. Stay tuned for the Puyo Puyo 15th Anniversary retranslation patch from me and Anni coming up soon. I swear I'm still working on it. Also buy Pizza Tower on Steam. Also, happy birthday to me.
Consider me making this video for you. My thank you for you making the Puyo Puyo 7 Wii patch, Sarita. You have no idea, but it actually did kinda change my life, especially in how I view criticism online. And it's also just a weirdly charming game I go back to a lot, despite or because of its faults. I don't know, and I don't think it matters. I just like it a lot, which does matter. Sorry for postponing this project so long due to laptop replacing and illness. Also Nenny, if you're watching, check the description of Puyo Puyo Fever Hera Hera in a nutshell. Also yes, by Pizza Tower on Steam. Also, keep an eye out for Anton Blast. A certain someone on screen right now might cameo in it. Unless it's my OC buddy. The video is over. Thank you for watching. Also happy birthday to you.